Long ago, long before Stormwind became the great city it's known as today, the kingdom was considerably small, smaller than those of Lord Ron and Stormgrad. In an effort to survive, the humans quickly started expanding into Westfall, Redridge, and Blightwood, now known as Duskwood. They started building towns and farmland in these regions. While this period was swift and mostly peaceful, it did not go unnoticed by looming threats. The Gnolls, originally displaced by human expansion, would begin to attack their towns and supply convoys, but these were easily handled with well-armed guards and deploying patrols throughout their territory. While sporadic, the Gnolls were nothing but a nuisance, although in rather short period of time the attacks would become more brutal and vicious. So much so, even the mighty walls of Stormwind themselves would stand in defense against the Gnoll attacks. In an effort to protect the heart of the nation, many of the forces withdrew from the frontier, leaving room for the Gnolls to move in. The people of Westfall would suffer most from the withdrawal as they were cut off from Stormwind's protection, leaving them open to Gnoll invasion. The Gnolls would ravage through this region, pillaging and destroying all they could. The Gnolls were no longer an inconsequential race of beasts. No, they were intelligent, strategic, and fearsome. All thanks to the rise of their new leader, Packlord Garfang, Alpha of the Redridge Pack. Stormwind had sent emissaries to other kingdoms in the north, but to no avail. Stormwind was alone in this conflict. Angered by the rejection from the other kingdoms, Baratham decided to take things into his own hands and make a bold move to bring this war to an early end. Under the reign of King Barathan Rin, father of the future king Elaine Rin, who is the father of Varian Rin, gambled that they could take down Garfang and end the Gnoll threat. In the dead of night, Barathan led a small group of elite soldiers to Redridge. The king's gamble had paid off, as the majority of Gnoll forces were off in Elwyn, about to launch an attack on the walls of Stormwind. This left Garfang virtually unprotected, with only a small group of soldiers to protect himself. The humans and the Gnolls fought for a day and a night before Barathan himself sunk his sword into Garfang's neck. They had won, but at great cost. Without proper leadership, the Gnolls would turn on themselves, thinning out their own numbers. King Barathan, now being called Barathan the Adamant, would rally his men and move into Redridge, dispatching the vast majority of the remaining Gnoll forces.